Welcome back to the Highums channel. We're in Malaga Airport. Today's the first episode of Costa Explorer. Matt,
That's right.
What's Costa Explorer?
Costa Explorer was the name of the car, which we're going to introduce you to in just a minute. We're going to start driving from here and take you guys all along the coast from here to Sotogrande.
We're with Luna and Mark.
Hello!
Torremolinos, Benalmádena, Fuengirola, Mijas Costa, Marbella, West Marbella, New Golden Mile, Estepona, all the way to Sotogrande. So you guys with us, join us and have a good time. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
Yeah. Vámonos.
Right guys, so we're leaving Malaga Airport. So this is what Malaga Airport looks like.
Woo! That guy's in a hurry.
Which way should I go? I think if I go...
I think right.
Right, no? Right.
Yeah.
So, guys, welcome to our first Costa Explorer episode. So let's start by introducing who's in the car. Let's start with Luna.
Hello, I'm Luna and I'm the social media manager of Highums.
And then we have Matt. Matt, welcome to Spanish. This is Spanish driving, FYI.
Near miss. Yeah, hey, I'm Matt Campbell. I am head of operations and marketing at Highums.
And then over there we have
Mr. Beltran.
Mr. Beltran. Introduce yourself to the camera. What do you do, Mark?
I'm the video man, and I'm in that car to make sure nothing goes wrong. We can't go into that
About
one.
that.
That's another story.
Absolutely. For you guys which are watching this video, first of all, if you're new to the channel, don't be shy, press the button, subscribe to the Highums YouTube channel so you can stay posted with videos just like this one, and among other interesting content for Costa del Sol. Right now we're on our way to our first stop, which is Torremolinos, and we're going to drive you guys always as close as we can to the sea, and we're going to take you on the Nacional 340. We're going to start in Torremolinos, show you all the area, and then go to Benalmádena, Fuengirola, Mijas, La Cala de Mijas, Marbella, Estepona, all the way to Sotogrande.
I never knew that the N340 was Nacional 340.
You didn't know that?
And I've always known it as N340.
It's N340.
That's the highway we're on right
One
now.
of the longest roads in Spain, I think, isn't it? It goes
Is it?
all the way out to Alicante. And
Really?
yeah.
Torremolinos is the first stop after the airport. So we're gonna show you guys what it looks like.
For all Swedish visitors, we're just passing IKEA. What's one of your favorite spots that we're going to visit along today's trip?
So one of my favorite parts of the coast is East Marbella. So we're gonna be driving through the beautiful part of Cabo Pino, which is one of the greenest parts of the coast, next to Elviria, where I live. And I have to say, I think that's one of my favorite places too, that we're gonna be visiting.
It's also right very close to our office.
Yeah, our office is in Calahonda, for people that don't know that. Calahonda is actually, I don't know if you know this, Mark, but Calahonda is strategically the center of the entire Costa del Sol. You know that?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So it takes you the same time to go to Malaga as it does to Estepona, you know? This is the Torremolinos Arch. Torremolinos is the first town in Malaga when you drive towards the Marbella direction. It's divided in the following places. You have Torremolinos Centro, you have La Carihuela, which is a very famous beach destination, which we're going to drive through. And then you have the boardwalk that connects to Benalmádena. It's actually one of the first touristic destinations in Malaga since the 1950s.
They built the first resort of the whole Costa del Sol in Torremolinos.
1950, right? I think it
Yeah.
was the time.
Coming here, summering on the Costa del Sol has always been synonymous with Aqua Park Torremolinos.
I think the Aqua Park de Torremolinos is the biggest one. It's bigger than the Fuengirola one.
It's
no?
yeah.
The oldest in the whole of Spain.
You're
The
joking.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the oldest aqua park in the whole of Spain.
And the scariest.
Yeah, the Kamikaze.
Yeah.
The date is November 7th. Have you noticed that they've already started putting up the Christmas lights?
Yeah.
Everywhere along the coast. When do they actually light them?
In December.
The 1st of December, yeah.
And they take them down in June.
I think Torremolinos is also very well known for the area of Los Alamos.
Los Alamos is like party central.
Yeah, especially for summer. It's got loads of like chiringuitos that turn into beach nightclubs. It's such a good.
Actually, Los Alamos is known as one of the best party destinations on the coast.
In Los Alamos, is it? You just from the train station, you just walk towards the beach, do you?
Literally.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it's all across there, and they've got really nice food as well, chiringuitos. stuff
They're
like
sort
that.
of like Marbella style beach bars, but half the price, aren't they?
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense. A grua with the mattress on it.
They would have parked in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a mattress.
It's an entire flatbed.
Best way to describe Torremolinos, it's a very urban Spanish area. It's not as international as Marbella, for example. You have a lot more sort of older buildings. You can just see, like, you know, These buildings are from like the 70s, 80s, 60s. People that like live in urban Torremolinos are mainly Spanish, but then like the international community normally buy properties in La Carihuela. And that's where we're going to be driving to now.
Any developments?
Yeah,
at the moment?
there is. You got Kronos Homes that brought One Oak to the market. It's a very popular development. It's really nice. We've sold quite a few units in there.
I think Torremolinos is also famous for its park, would you not say? Like,
Oh, the Crocodile Park. You got Crocodile Park
Yeah,
in
Crocodile Park, I
Torremolinos,
think,
yeah.
Torremolinos.
This is the center of Torremolinos. We're in Calle Pontevedra. That's where we are right now. For you guys that want to know, this is what it looks like on a normal day on the 7th of November. It's a great temperature. I mean, look,
It's nice. I'm wearing way too much clothing.
you're wearing. I mean, look,
I am,
I'm in
yeah.
t-shirt. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
So when I think Torremolinos, I think this. This is real Torremolinos, no? Like, and now we're on the way to La Carihuela.
What a beautiful day.
Perfect.
This is much nicer than the city center.
This is where like the international community normally buy properties.
Really
like,
really nice,
That
yeah.
area is sort of really urban, and it's still urban, but not as urban. So within like 5 minutes, we're going to be connecting to Benalmádena. This is prime Carihuela. So if you arrive at the Malaga airport, there is a train that will take you all the way to Fuengirola, passing by Torremolinos.
It's great, that train.
Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
clean, it's effective, it's on time, it's a really good system.
It's just a real pity that it stops in Fuengirola.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder that if you want to check out the same video without narration, you can do so on our YouTube channel by clicking on the link above or going to our Costa Explorer playlist. All right, let's get back to the road.
The only way to get from Fuengirola to Marbella or to Estepona is getting the bus. So you got these bus lines like you can see here. They're quite good, the bus lines, but they're not as great as a train, obviously. So we are now going to be arriving at the roundabout that connects us to Benalmádena. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. So welcome to Benalmádena. It's Benalmádena and it's not Benalmádena. So let's talk about how Benalmádena is divided, yeah? So you have Benalmádena Costa, which is where we are now. We're going to drive into the harbor where the port is. Then you have Benalmádena Pueblo, which is up in the mountain. And then you have Arroyo de la Miel. And Arroyo de la Miel is really sort of the Spanish, very urban area. This is more international, more touristy. And Benalmádena Pueblo is a bit of a mix.
I love the port.
Yeah, the port here
My
is great.
family and I love going to the port.
Yeah.
There's you have Sol Park, loads of restaurants and bars.
so some fun facts about Benalmádena. It's home to Europe's largest Buddhist temple.
I know. I knew that.
Europe?
Yeah.
And do you know who opened
Is
it
it
up?
Europe?
Do you know who opened it up?
Who?
Richard Gere.
You're joking.
Yeah, he's a Buddhist and he opened that temple up.
Is he a Buddhist?
It's also connected to the Butterfly Garden,
Yes.
Butterfly Sanctuary.
That's a really nice place to go.
It
you know?
is a great
I mean,
place to
it's-
take kids.
1,500 species of butterflies in that park.
Wow.
It's also like a cable car.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
Have you ever done that?
Panoramic cruise. I've never done it, no. Benalmádena is also home to Selva Marina.
That's actually beautiful. You got sea life and then you got Selva Marina. I think now from here starts the nicest drive you can do, you know? It's a beautiful drive with the sea on the left.
From Benalmádena towards Fuengirola.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful, beautiful park in Benalmádena called Parque de la Paloma.
It's just up here, Parque de la Paloma.
Yeah, to the right there.
That's a lovely place to take kids, go for a walk, take a dog
We've
for
got
a walk.
loads of animals. And
It's it's a very Spanish word, un chiringuito. It's a sort of, now they've become a lot more different than what they used to be, but chiringuito is like a wooden shed on the beach where
on the sand. Not just first line,
on the sand where you have a few plastic chairs and they'll do, you know, typical Spanish seafood, you know, espetos, paella. It's very sort of modest, very, very simple. I mean, the last years, chiringuitos have become like super, you know, high end and so on.
Quality,
Yeah, like you know.
Oh, along Fuengirola, there's some
which is
amazing ones now. I mean,
yeah,
it's
but this is more. You see
they
here,
kind of lost
this
their
is,
charm a little bit.
yeah, this is a typical chiringuito, you know, something like that, you know. So I think like a very good tip is go to chiringuito, you know, not in summer, but even like now in November, you know, you sit down, flip flops, enjoying the sun, and have una ensalada mixta, which is a mixed salad.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you combine that with una sardinas al espeto, which is sardines that they do on the stick against the olive wood fire. That's just like soul filling, like oof.
Okay, what?
Un tinto de verano.
Un tinto de verano.
Boquerones sin vinagre?
Boquerones sin
One of my
vinagre.
favorites.
Really, yeah. This is Luna's favorite roundabout. Yeah, this is it.
What happened?
So this is actually our second attempt of filming Costa del Sol drive-through. The first time was a bit of a nightmare, wasn't it, guys? A few technical issues. We just had a bit of a situation on this road. So that scared everyone. Yeah, Kian was just saying something and I was about to say it, so when I got too excited and everyone thought we were about to crash and die. So
Cue screen. 3, 2, 1.
No, I know where we stop. You know where we stop?
I was gonna say, okay.
No, Trocadero.
What's
wrong? What's wrong?
Sorry.
I thought I was gonna hit a car.
I didn't really know.
I thought I was gonna hit the car, man. When you actually stopped, my heart's pumping.
My life definitely flashed before my eyes. For absolutely no reason.
Except Mark. Mark was as cool as a.
Mark was chill.
Mark was chill.
He's lived everything he wanted in life.
This is the Torrequebrada casino. There's not many casinos on the coast. You got Torrequebrada, you got Marbella, and then you got San Roque. That's it. You know that? There's only 3.
Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is the prize. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over.
This is the most beautiful part of the drive, right? This is stunning. So this is Rio Benalmádena Costa. You know, no matter how many years pass, how many years you live here, it's always a stunning view, you know? This coming up is
Holiday World.
Holiday World is one of the biggest resorts on the coast.
All inclusive.
All inclusive,
Family-friendly
you know,
resort.
Exactly, yeah.
People call it the Hotel de los Elefantes, right?
Yeah, exactly. El Hotel de los Elefantes. This is the Gecko, that's that restaurant you like, Luna, isn't it?
Yeah, I love this. I told you about it last time. It's like
Yeah, this one on the left, yeah.
it's as if Tarifa has been dumped on a little
Wow.
chiringuito style,
have to go there. I have to
kind of
try.
hippie vibe.
So now we're about to leave Benalmádena and we're gonna be entering Fuengirola.
Oh, look,
so
loads of
many
people
people.
stand-up paddleboarding.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jealous.
Perfect day for paddleboarding.
Yeah,
Jealous.
perfect, totally. So we're coming in, this is the arch of Fuengirola. So we've left Benalmádena behind us and now is a good time to tell the audience how Fuengirola is structured, the layout. So it's divided in Carvajal, Los Boliches, and then Fuengirola. That's the layout. Everything here to the right is El Higuerón. El Higuerón is a super popular location. Higuerón is just basically between Fuengirola and between Benalmádena. It's a stretch of land, very high-end residential area. Basically, you got a river in Fuengirola. If you're on that side, on the east side of the river, then you're in Los Boliches. If you're on the west side, you're in Fuengirola.
Beach promenade in Fuengirola is the longest on the Costa del Sol, 8 kilometers.
What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle, but like a flame that burns a candle,
pasta churreria. There you go, Luna, explain what churros are.
Churros, oh my god, how do you un churro is, it's like a, how could you explain a churro?
A churro is like deep fried batter.
It's a long donut.
It's a long
That's a
donut.
great way to explain it. And people have it with chocolate or with café. Normally chocolate.
In the mornings, yeah, like it's a
Sprinkle
very.
it with sugar, dip it in chocolate.
It's calorific though, like you know, you have
Calorific,
enough
it's
calories for like,
delicious.
yeah, absolutely.
Calorific.
So this is the beach promenade. It's Paseo Marítimo Rey de España. That's what the official name is. And El Monumento a la Peseta is right there. It's a statue in honoring our old currency.
This is normally where we celebrate El Día de San Juan, which is the 23rd or 24th of June, where you do bonfires on the beach. Jump over the bonfires on the beach.
Waiting for you, girl. Oh yeah, you make my dreams come true. Me. I've been waiting for you, girl. Oh, life, you make my dreams come true. Whoa. Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there.
Luna, what are your go-to dishes at a chiringuito? Everybody has them. Everybody's got their go-to,
We'll
right?
just visualize, okay.
Okay.
So I would have una ensalada mixta.
Toma ya.
Ah, yeah.
I would have gazpacho.
Gazpacho. Okay, tell what gazpacho is.
Gazpacho is a mix of bread, tomato. It sounds strange.
My favourite.
Bread, tomato, olive oil, water. It sounds disgusting.
Onion,
Peppers.
Then I would have unos calamares
Oh, calamares.
con limón. I would have boquerones al limón.
Oh.
Pimientos de padrón.
Yes! Pilpil.
Oh.
Gotta have some pilpil.
Put daddy to the jail out of rock, 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 rock. Sad sack was sitting on a block of stone.
How many chiringuitos do you think there are in total?
Let's have a guess. Everybody guess. See how many
I'd
chiringuitos there are.
say
Wait, in Fuengirola?
No, I see on the
Costa
yeah.
del Sol.
No, Chiringuito Costa Sol, no
On this
idea.
strip,
I think here about 30, I'd say.
I'd say
Beach
43.
promenade.
I say 30.
36.
So we're now driving towards Miramar, and then we're gonna go onto the A7 and drive to La Cala de Mijas. That's the
Miramar
plan.
being the very large shopping center.
Yep.
That's just across the street. here.
There's a few big shopping centers on the coast. One is Miramar, which is in Fuengirola, and then you have another very big one in Marbella. It's called La Cañada. La Cañada is amazing. That's Miramar, by the way, guys. Right there, Miramar.
A fantastic skateboard park for anybody that has kids that skateboard.
All right, back on the road.
Fuengirola landmark is the Castillo.
Every summer it turns into like a concert event place that's called Mare Nostrum, and it's super famous. We get all sorts of artists every year. We've had Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Ozuna. We get comedians.
When you see the Castillo, you know you're entering Fuengirola. And the Castillo is, let's say, the landmark that divides Fuengirola to Mijas Costa. So now we're entering Mijas Costa. What people don't know is Mijas is a massive municipality. The pueblo of Mijas, which we haven't drove to today, but we'll show overlays, is an area guide we did on Mijas, which you guys can see there. We'll link it in the video. The pueblo of Mijas Pueblo is in the mountain, but then the entire territory comes all the way down to the coast, and we are on Mijas Costa. And on the coast of Mijas, you have La Cala de Mijas, which is a really famous destination. So we're gonna drive through La Cala de Mijas, show you La Cala de Mijas, and then we're gonna go on to East Marbella and Marbella.
Cada vez que voy al mar se me presenta mis penas al ver la profundidad donde mi amante navega. Arena del monte, del monte será, se le ve en la pose como pavo real. Se pusieron a cantar a las 5 de la mañana el papuil y el pavo real
Cala is also a very small village. Like compared to other places like Fuengirola or Marbella, I mean, there's only 5,000 or 6,000 people live in La Cala. It's a village. It's not a town. You can walk La Cala in like 20 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah, max.
We are in La Cala. This is the access to La Cala de Mijas. So let's talk about the geography of La Cala. You've got the village, which is where we are going now. Everything towards the right is the area of La Noria, where you've got La Noria Golf. And then further up, 5 minutes drive, you've got Calanova Golf, which is an area which is super popular at the moment. And then 15 minutes from here, more inland, you've got La Cala de Mijas, which is one of the biggest golf resorts, I think, in Europe, actually. Got 3 championship golf courses. Yeah, I'm not a golfer, so I don't know that much about golf, but it's a very popular one. Good time to remind everyone that's watching this video to check out our different playlists on the YouTube channel. We have playlists for area guides, product developments, our team vlogs, and our latest Meet the Team series, where you can meet everyone at the High Homes team.
And soon, Costa Explorer.
It's Costa Explorer and Costa Insights too. So what we're going to be doing, right, is this is the big stretch to show you guys the entire Costa del Sol, but then we're going to be doing sub areas. So we'll show you Calahonda, Elviria, you know, for more in detail, you know. But for those people who want to see the entire Costa del Sol, this is going to be the video that's going to showcase the entire stretch, the real long stretch. You'll see the difference in you know, the mountains, the color, how much greener some places are, more busier, you know, the look of the streets. It's a super useful tool for people which are early stage, looking to understand what this coast looks like before they relocate or whatever their situation may be. So now we're on the opposite side of La Cala de Mijas. We're driving on the last stretch of Mijas Costa towards Calahonda, where our office is, and then we'll be entering East Marbella. So coming up to the right is Calypso. This is Riviera del Sol, a suburban location in Mijas Costa.
Max Beach.
Max Beach. Oh, Max Beach is a lovely place to try.
Great restaurant, great gym.
It's got a gym too, that's right.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Best gym with the best view on the Costa del Sol, I reckon.
This is actually...
This is home.
This is home. This is the High Homes office,
High
guys.
Homes.
High Homes. This is home. This is High Homes. Love it. There we go. There we go. So that there is our beautiful office.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up.
This is Cabo Pino. Let me just show the rest of Cabo Pino. We'll just turn around over there.
Don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna
just to reference where we are right now, we just left Cabo Pino and we're going to be driving towards Elviria. Elviria is the largest suburb in East Marbella. That's where I live, one of my favorite areas. We're going to drive into Elviria and then we'll go on to Marbella. Las Chapas. You know Las Chapas? It's called Hacienda Las Chapas, one of the most expensive areas for villas in East Marbella. But people don't know, it's not as known as, for example, the Golden Mile. It's more like la creme de la creme, you know? Like if you know, you know sort of people. This is Elviria. This is one of the most greenest areas in Marbella. Beautiful all year round. This
Where we did our team building.
we did our team building here in Aventura Amazonia.
You were the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with.
Okay, this is the center of Elviria. This is, suburban Elviria. I'm just gonna drive into the commercial center and then we'll drive out and back to Marbella. So here we have Elviria. This is the finest place of Elviria. This is where I come and have coffee every morning. My favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
It's the Argentinian on the square. It's absolutely incredible. Like, oof. Sugar, na, 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 oh honey, honey,
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
We are in East Marbella. We've got Elviria behind us and we're driving towards Marbella. So here, this on the right-hand side is El Rosario. On the left-hand side, we have the amazing development of Junique, which is currently under construction. And coming up on the right-hand side is Santa Clara. Santa Clara is one of the most popular golf resorts in East Marbella. And it's on the other side of Los Monteros, which is very famous because that's where Antonio Banderas has a house. And it's got, the very world-famous Sardinales restaurant, which is Antonio Banderas' favorite restaurant. It's also home to the Costa del Sol Hospital. Public healthcare versus private healthcare.
Public healthcare is good, but I've recently found it lacking.
What's your experience with private versus public? Or have you always had private?
No. Well, yeah, I've had private healthcare most of my life. My experience with private healthcare is it's fantastic for the smaller things, the checkups and all these sort of things. But when it comes to like more serious things, or family members have had serious issues, you always go public. And actually, in some cases, for example, the Quirón Hospital is one of the biggest hospitals in Marbella. I've had, for example, when my brother was born, that if it becomes serious, they actually move you from the private hospital to the public hospital. So, coming up to the left-hand side is Torre Real. When you see this tower, you know that it's the end of East Marbella, and we're about to enter through the urban center of Marbella. So we're going to drive through Marbella onto Puerto Nuez and San Pedro.
You're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money, you can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
This is the Marbella Arch, guys.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
Okay,
We
back to the
are
video.
in Marbella Center. We're going to be driving to Ricardo Soriano, which is the main sort of avenue that goes through the center. The Alameda is the main small plaza. It's full of beautiful mature trees.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, que necesito una poca de gracia para mi patria, y arriba, y arriba.
Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to drive our audience into the old town of Marbella, because that's the essence of this is
Traditional Spanish Old Town Marbella.
Here to the right, you have the small streets that take you up to Plaza Los Naranjos. Up this road, there's so many nice restaurants up this road, which is just absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite restaurants up there is called Casanis Bistro. You need to reserve, you need to check it out, lovely. Get to the left, you have El Ebe. Ebe is a super popular, typical Marbella. El Ebe, yeah, it's called Bocata Express, it's called.
My favorite place aquí in Old Town to eat is Taberna Niña del Pisto.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
here or in the old
Yeah,
town?
it's in Old Town.
Oh, right.
It's lovely. It's like it's a hidden gem, kind of.
So we're gonna go back to Avenida Ricardo Soriano. It's got this deviation there to show you guys what the old town looks like. So we are just arriving at El Pirulí, and El Pirulí is the landmark that was built by Jesus Gil. He's a proper character of Marbella, like, you know, corruption time, 1990s. That was built by him. It's a copper tower, that's what it is. So this is the start of the Golden Mile, which is the most expensive area for real estate on the Costa del Sol. There are apartments here that sold for 11 million euros in Puente Romano, you know? There are villas that have sold for plus 50 million, you know?
You're a rich girl and you're gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money.
On the right hand side we have Nahueles. We drive up there and we're going to be continuing on the Golden Mile. It's actually, the Golden Mile is the stretch of land between, let's say, the Copper Tower and Puerto Banús. And they all started with the Marbella Club Hotel, which is going to, you'll see come up on the left hand side. The Marbella Club Hotel is actually what brought Marbella, you know, what put Marbella on the map, you know? It was the aristocracy, the royal families used to all come to Marbella and spend their summers in here, no? In the Marbella Club. So the Marbella Club is really like the essence of Marbella luxury, old money like they call it. And then you've got Puente Romano, which is just down the road, equally as impressive. It's another 5-star hotel. It's where the Noble Hotel is. You've got the Puente Romano Hotel, you've got the Noble Hotel, Sea Grill, restaurant, the Puente Romano Tennis Club.
Here's the mosque on the right hand side. Very
You know,
famous.
interesting fact about this mosque. Do you know who built it?
King Fahd.
Yeah, the Saudi king. It was a gift to the city of Marbella. So it's the prime sort of location, mosque on the Golden Mile. There, you see? It was a gift to the Marbella people. The royal house of the royal family of Saudi Arabia is here on the Golden Mile as well. That's super impressive. We're coming to the end of the Golden Mile. We're gonna head through Puerto Banús, which is another important landmark. We're gonna drive through Puerto Banús, then through San Pedro, and then New Golden Mile, Estepona, Casares, Manil, Masdora.
The old man's money, it's a bitch girl, and it's gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway, yeah. Say money, money won't get you too far. Say money, money won't get you too far. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. And you say you can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. You're a rich girl, a rich girl.
There we go, guys. Welcome to Puerto Banús.
You can rely on the old man's money. He's a rich girl. But it's gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money, money won't get you too far, get you too far.
This is Puerto Banús, guys.
Puerto Banús. Aquí estamos.
So
Here
we're
we
going to be
are.
driving to the Avenida Julio Iglesias. I think it's one of the most known areas. And, you know, like, Puerto Banús is super popular.
Get along, you can try to be strong, but you'll never be strong.
So this is Avenida Julio Iglesias. On the other side of the buildings on the left is the harbor, so we'll overlay it because we can't drive in. Beautiful place.
Money, money won't get you too far, get you too far. High and dry, out of the rain. It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And don't you
On the opposite side of this, you know, everything above Puerto Banús is Nueva Andalucía, also known as the Gulf Valley, and that's going to be a great drive-through for another day. But for now, time to get back. Oh, look what they're doing. They're building a boardwalk. Great, look at that.
Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let
San Pedro is a town on the west side of Marbella. It's actually part of Marbella. Some people think that it's a separate, municipality, but it's actually part of Marbella. So this tunnel that we see on the left-hand side runs underneath the boulevard, and it's the reason Estepona is so popular today. Because before this tunnel was built, you had to always drive through the center of Estepona, which would add so much time onto your drive time.
I like San Pedro.
I love San Pedro.
I really like it. It's got a great sort of beach town vibe to it.
I love the vibe.
It's super nice.
It's not as like Marbella Center is super dense. It doesn't feel as dense.
Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it.
Let's go and see the beach of San Pedro. So this is the Avenida del Mediterráneo. It's a beautiful avenue that connects to the beach. So we're gonna go all the way to the beach and then drive back up.
It's so tranquil. That's one thing I love about San Pedro. It's flat, like you see, like a lot of people riding bikes.
Yeah. You got bicycle lanes.
An amazing paddle club.
Oh yeah, the NAC.
It's so nice. And a beautiful gym.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
there.
Yeah. The NAC is actually, it's won a competition, one of the best sports centers and something like this. Huh? They've done a really, really good
I
job.
love the gym. It's like indoor, outdoor.
What's it called? The IO, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's called the
I
IO.
think that's
No,
what
but
it's
that club is amazing. The restaurant's great. The cafe they have there is amazing. So this is the promenade, by the way, and this connects all the way to Portonos.
Taste it, release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way.
We are leaving San Pedro through the tunnel, just next to the tunnel Guadalmina, where the tunnel ends, and we're going to be reconnecting to the A7, and then very shortly we're going to start seeing the start of Estepona, which is what we call the
New Golden Mile.
alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing.
This is officially the start of the new Golden Mile.
I'd say we've been seeing more inquiries this year for this part of the Costa del Sol than anywhere else on the Costa del Sol.
Totally.
By far.
But there's,
From here onwards.
From here to Estepona, and the reason for
Yeah.
that
Or
is that
from here to Manilva even.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the reason for that is there's so many new developments in this area. I think it's the highest concentration of new developments is here.
But you don't feel it. They're nicely spread out. It's not
Totally.
like Benalmádena and the Higuerón area where everything feels very dense.
Totally agree.
There's still so much room for growth along this area.
Yeah. So, just to give some sort of interesting points about where we are right now. Here to the right we have El Paraíso, which is a super popular golf club. Nice suburban area. This is all suburban Estepona, East Estepona.
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you've gone it was never.
You know what we need to show our audience is Torre Bermeja. This area here on the left-hand side is one of the most beautiful places on the coast. It's where the Tiquitano is.
Yeah, lovely, yeah.
Mary's way for my head on a silver plate.
So, nice moment to talk about our location where we are now, Selvo. Selvo is everything you see on the right. It's a lovely suburb midway between Marbella and Estepona. It's a really nice location for suburban lifestyle. We've got some lovely developments in this area. Very nice amenities, up and coming.
Also, home to Selvo Park.
Yes, you know, it's a safari zoo. And now, very soon, they're going to be, well, we've heard that the Starlight Group, have bought the land above Selvo and are going to be bringing a huge sort of open-air concert.
Amazing.
Area. It's going to be great.
Selvo Park is huge. I mean, again, if you have kids and you want to spend a day doing something different, it's definitely worth the visit. It's
Totally.
really, really nice.
All these organizations on the left side are all beachfront Estepona. You have some really famous ones like Emare.
There's Laguna Village on the left.
Oh, that's a really nice landmark. Laguna Village burned down a few years ago, and then they rebuilt it, and it's home to an incredible. Yes, from the Pacha Group, same people from Ibiza. They invested 25 million euros in that place. You know, it's basically a commercial center on the beach. So you've got like a beach club, you've got all sorts of restaurants, shops. You know, and this here on the left is the Kempinski Hotel. When you see the Kempinski Hotel, we just drove by. That's the landmark that lets you know that you've sort of come to the end of the new Golden Mile. Now this next exit 1067, that's the exit of Estepona Center. Welcome to Estepona. What's another typical thing from Malaga, Luna, that people in other parts of Spain don't know?
When you ask for a coffee, I normally get a nube, which means lots of milk, little bit of coffee. If you ask for a nube anywhere else, they have no idea what you're talking
And a
about.
sombra's the same, isn't it?
Un café sombra, which is the same thing basically.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's like this tabla that shows all the different types of coffees in Malaga, and you really need to be an expert to know it. You know what? Another good thing from Malaga that nowhere else in Spain they'll know what you're talking about. Is type of bread pitufo. Pitufo is like it's a bread. When I go to Madrid, I had it sometimes. When I went to Madrid and said un pitufo con aceite, and they go, ¿qué? Because pitufo means Smurf in Spanish, but in Malaga, pitufo is a kind of bread.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day.
This is the promenade of Estepona. It's beautiful. And behind these buildings on the right is the old town, which we can't drive into, but
You also used to be able to drive all the way down
but they've cancelled it, yeah.
through here, which you can't now anymore.
And the reason for that is they want Estepona to be more of a sort of walkable city, not
It is now, it's lovely.
like
What are some benefits of living in Estepona?
I think Estepona is for people that like outdoor living, people that want to have everything at their footstep or their doorstep. They want the traditional feel, not a touristy place. It's a nice mix of international people and locals. So we can't drive all the way to the other side of the promenade, so we're going to now go through the real urban part of Estepona.
Pirate skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs. Running when we hit lethal poison for the system. Pirate skulls and bones, sticks and stones and weed and bombs. Running when we hit lethal.
You know, there's so much like influence from Arab, you know, in the Spanish language. You know, like this part of Spain, or most of Spain, was part of the Al-Andalus Empire for like nearly 1,000 years. So a lot of Spanish words are actually come from Arabic. You know that?
From where?
Arabic. Arabic language.
Some examples.
So our biggest river in Andalusia is called Guadalquivir, and that comes from the Arabic Guadal, which means river, and Quivir, big.
Don't let them fool you. Or even try to school you. Oh no. We've got a mind of our own. So go to hell if what you're thinking is not right. Love would never leave us alone.
Now we're leaving Estepona. Everything here to the right is El Estado de Atletismo.
Wow, nice
Because
place.
Everything was built by this new, mayor, well, not new mayor, the best mayor Estepona has ever had. So that's sort of Estepona done. Now we're driving towards Casares, Manilva, and then Sotogrande.
Fantastic.
And mission accomplished.
The road of life is rocky, and you may stumble too. So while you point your fingers, someone else is judging you.
Don't your brother, man.
Could you be loved? Could you be loved?
So guys, when you see this roundabout, that's when you know you're starting the west part of Estepona, right? So this roundabout means that you're sort of leaving urban Estepona. So
Homes, what do we call
West
West Estepona?
Estepona.
West Estepona.
What's this place on the left?
This is the Gran Hotel Talasso Estepona. And next to it's Costa Natura, which is or nudist hotel.
Mm.
And then there's a nudist beach. And then next to that nudist beach, you've got the island, the Edge, which is a development by Kronos. Super amazing masterpiece. And the right there, all of that is La Gaspara. And La Gaspara, there's loads of new developments.
Such as?
180 Collection, Azahara, Estepona, Malakai. Malakai is just there. We're going to be getting to Sotogrande, a perfect sunrise, sunset. Lovely.
Why would someone choose to live in West Estepona? West Estepona, sorry.
I think people that want to live in West Estepona want nice beaches, because towards Casares Manilva now we get access to the best beaches. A lot better than the beaches in east part of Estepona, I have to say. It's very quiet. It's very sort of low density build. It's a lot greener than East Estepona. From West Estepona to Estepona, it's less than 10 minutes. Marbella is maybe 15, 25 minutes.
Where are we on our way to now?
So we're going to be driving towards Casares Costa. We're going to drive through Casares and then past La Duquesa and into the area of Manilva towards Sotogrande. We nearly come to the end of our drive-through with our Costa Explorer.
Sad, really.
Yeah, it's sad.
I mean, I could almost cry.
Actually, we're also driving direction Gibraltar, so
You should be seeing it any minute, right?
yeah,
if
well,
it's-
now the views from Gibraltar from here are incredible. You know, the landscape starts changing a lot when you come to this part of the coast, because you're slowly getting towards the Cádiz, the province of Cádiz,
Mhm.
and very shortly we're going to enter the province of Cádiz. And that's where, the beaches are absolutely stunning. One of my favorite beaches is the beach of Casares and Manilva.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Sandy Beach?
Yeah, where La Duquesa is, we're going to see it now. All that area is lovely and sandy.
So if you take this right turning here, take you up to Casares Pueblo.
Mm-hmm. It's a whitewashed, lovely Spanish village. Yeah.
You're not?
Never been to Casares
Oh,
Pueblo.
wow.
Actually, so now we left Casares Costa behind us. Now we're driving into San Luis de Sabanilla. So this is San Luis de Sabanilla. And up there is Manilva. And now we're driving towards La Duquesa.
empty house.
So hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear.
If you take this exit here, you get to Puerto La Duquesa. Puerto La Duquesa is a beautiful little harbor that's after San Luis de Sabanillas. It's got loads of amenities, restaurants, bars, loads of nightlife. So yeah, now we've passed Casares Costa, we've passed San Luis de Sabanillas, Manilva, and now we're direction Soto Grande. So last stop. So Soto Grande is a very, very popular location. Very, very, very high end. That's the right word actually. It's home to the Soto Grande Harbor, which is a Puerto Deportivo, a yacht harbor.
I don't know if I am wrong or right.
Your mind is playing tricks on you, my dear. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. The screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore.
Guys, we're in Soto Grande.
Woo!
Great. It takes your breath away, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's really pretty.
For you guys that don't know us, like everyone, you know, this is what happens when you put the High Homes team in the car.
We just spent too much time together.
So what do you guys need to know about Soto Grande? Is that officially we're in the province of Cádiz. It's no longer Malaga. It's divided in Soto Grande Marina, which is where we are now. We're going to drive you through it, and then you go Soto Grande Alto, where you have the golf courses, and it's a very high-end location.
Valderrama.
Valderrama is actually where they have the Solheim Cup, isn't it? And one of the most important golf tournaments in the world.
The screams all sound the same.
We're just gone fishing.
So this is what, have you got a fishing rod out here? Yeah. Okay, Mark's got his fishing rod out. So we finally got here. This is what the harbour looks like. Look how beautiful it is with all the colours, right?
Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna.
Oh, I've got the camera. Yo, okay, let me open the door. Look at that. We are here in Soto Grande. Eh?
Magnificent.
So, guys, we've done it from Malaga all the way to here, to the beautiful Soto Grande. We're gonna bring more videos on this playlist just like this. And if you guys want to ask us questions about these locations or want specific videos, please don't forget to comment that in this video. Hasta la próxima.